facing our fears, laughing through the chaos and drinking some beers. So here's to the laughs, the groans and the cheers, all the awkward moments, and we're still here. Cause in the end we're just doing our thing. It's our crazy life, oh, one more thing. Oh, one more thing. Oh!
Hey everyone, I am Rob and welcome to Oh, and One More Thing. This is our weekly podcast of random topics, essentially a carefully curated mess of whatever we find interesting at this moment in time.
A carefully curated mess. I like that.
Yeah, right?
Hey, everybody, I'm Brian, and yes, you are right. We are a carefully curated mess.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So I have a little follow-up story from last week's podcast about sugar.
Oh, what's up?
So you remember we talked a lot about my obsession with pop in my heyday?
Yes. You drink a lot of it.
I did, and I haven't forever. And my little gas station in town, Quick Trip, the little bonus I have is after 15 visits, I get a free pop, and I haven't used it forever.
Right, you should use it.
I did Saturday.
What'd you get?
I got not the big buddy, which is the 32-ounce pop. I got the best buddy, which is the 40-ounce pop.
40-ounce pop.
And it was glorious.
That's gross.
It's a lot of pop. And I'm done with pop for a while now.
Yeah, I would imagine, right?
But it was good. It
Was it?
good. Yeah, I thought it was good. I don't know. But, I don't always contradict myself. But, when I do, I don't.
You had to get that in.
I had to get that in.
So I heard you had kind of a rough day today.
Oh, goodness. It was horrible. It was all... Okay. I had to go to the DMV. End of story.
Yeah, okay. You need to tell me more.
So I think why is it that we all hear the word DMV and we all cringe right away? Like we know what's going to happen, right?
Because usually it's a pain in the butt.
It's a shit show. And it was an absolute shit show. Here's what happened. So me and all my genius, I have to renew my license, which is, we do it every 6 years. It's due every 6 years, right?
Okay.
So I haven't been there in 6 years. So
This is your professional work license. You're
no,
saying.
my driver's license.
Driver's license?
This is my driver's
Okay.
license. Yeah. So I, of course, am weird about things. So I Google which is the closest DMV to me.
Wait, you're weird about things?
Shut up. So I find the two DMVs and there's one 25 minutes away and there's one 25 minutes away. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm right in the middle of two of them.
Oh no. What are
I'm
you going
going
to
to
do?
the one that's farther out in the sticks because there'll be less people there.
Right.
Right?
Well, you'd think.
Well, you'd think. Okay. Well, there was. So I went out there, 25 minutes out there. I get out there. They open at 8. I'm there at 8:30. And I walk in and say, hey, I need to renew my license. Takes my name. I go sit down.
Yeah.
Well, there's like 3 or 4 people in there, and there's two gals at the counter and doing their thing, and they're helping people, and all the people there, they rotate through. I'm like, okay, great, I'm next. Well, more people come in and they help those people. And then more people come in and they help those people. And I'm like, what is going on?
They forget about you?
Well, that's what I thought. So after about 35 minutes, I go back to the receptionist and I say, hey, just curious if my name's on the list. She goes, yeah. I said, okay. What's going on? She points to a sign that says, well, we kind of go in this order. And here's the order.
What's the order?
Okay. Well, number 1 is if you have an appointment. I did not have an appointment.
So you have to wait because you didn't have an appointment.
Right. Which I have no problem with. I understand. That's great.
If there were people there waiting.
Right. So number 1 is appointments. Number 2 is if you're just doing like your tabs, just doing your license plates.
So that comes first?
That comes after appointments.
Oh, after. Okay.
Number 3 is DNR.
DNR? Okay.
If you need a hunting, fishing license,
yeah.
something like that, right? And number 4 is walk-ins. I would be a walk-in.
So, okay.
Okay, here's my dilemma.
But did you not just walk in prior to those people walking in?
Yes, I did. But some of the people in front of me just needed tabs, and one guy needed a DNR license. Therefore, he got to go in front of me because that's the order they take them in.
So what do they just call out for what kind of item you're there for?
Because you tell the receptionist, she puts in a queue and they go to their little queue and they start pulling names.
Right.
So all these people, so I finally, after she told me that, I went back, sat down. I'm like, okay, well, I'm looking at the board. So there's 2 appointments for every half hour for the licenses, for driver's license. And there's 1 person doing driver's licenses.
Okay.
So 2 people there at 9 o'clock, right? She takes care of both of them. I'm thinking, great, I'm next, right?
Right.
Oh, no.
Now, how long have you been waiting by this time?
At this time, 45 minutes.
Okay, got it.
Right? So 9:15, right? I'm thinking, great, I'm next. Oh no, the guy whose appointment at 9:30 showed up early and they took him next.
Because he had an appointment and you didn't.
In 15 minutes. He was there at 9:15 for a 9:30 appointment, but they took him because he had an appointment.
Oh my.
Internally, I lost my shit.
And so what'd you do?
So I very politely opened my phone, went to the McLeod County website. I was not going to say who it was, but I'm so irritated with Glencoe and McLeod County. I'm putting it out for all the public to hear. So I felt go on their little website. I make an appointment for 12:30, 4 hours later.
Yeah.
I walk up to the reception and say, take my name off the list, and I walk out. Okay? Story number 1.
Right,
Story
okay.
number 2.
Oh, no, there's more.
I go back at 12:30. Right?
And?
Thinking, I have an appointment. I'm so smart now. I get the joke. Okay, so I get there at 12:30, and there's somebody in front of me. Like I said, there's 2 people for every half hour.
Right.
Well, before us, there was a person in front of us at 12, and I don't know what his deal was, but he could not leave the counter. He was just confused, and eventually he stormed out like at 12:45.
Like most people do.
Like most people do.
Right.
12:45, they take the person in front of me.
But didn't you have an appointment?
Yes, at 12:30.
Oh, okay. Right.
So they take
12:45, 12:30. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I finally get up there at 1 for my 12:30 appointment. I said, she goes, what can I help you with? I'm here to renew my license. Great. She looks at it. She goes, huh. I said, what? You have a commercial license. Yes, I do. She hands me a piece of paper. Well, they changed the policies back in March. So every license you need to bring like proof of residency, like where you live. Okay. But for a commercial license, you also need to bring like your passport, your birth certificate.
More information.
Which I did not have.
Oh,
okay. It gets better. I said, okay, great. So she goes, are you coming back today? I said, well, no, I can't. I don't have time. But I also have to take, because I drive a bus. I have a bus license. I have to take a written test every time I renew my license. I have to take the bus written test.
Right. Okay.
Oh, yeah. They don't do those there in Glencoe.
Where did you have to go?
I have to go to Chaska. The other way.
The other direction.
Which I didn't want to go to because that's the busy one. I'm thinking,
Right.
I'm going to be so smart and not be busy.
Yeah, that wasn't smart.
That was my day.
But they are lightning fast over there at the DMV.
No, they are not.
Hey, at least that's a funny oxymoron.
that is the definition of oxymoron.
Exactly,
isn't it?
right?
Right.
So let's make that today's show just about that, oxymorons.
I think it's a great idea.
And maybe a few other weird things about English, like juxtaposition.
Oh, I love a good juxtaposition.
Oh, yeah, I know. They're awesome.
Yes.
Anyway,
Okay.
An oxymoron is a figure of speech in which 2 contradictory or opposing words are combined to create a new, often thought-provoking meaning.
Okay.
It's the linguistic equivalent of putting on socks with sandals. Technically possible, slightly confusing, but sometimes surprisingly effective.
Or like if you want to be a loser,
So maybe I'm a loser.
socks and sandals. Are they black socks and sandals too? Like
Not
amp it
necessarily.
up a notch.
Sometimes they're white socks.
Knee high.
Sometimes they're knee-high
Oh
socks.
my God. Make it stop.
I've never really ever worn socks and sandals.
What you all aren't seeing right now are the air quotes as he said that. So, oh my gosh. All right. So the purpose is usually to create emphasis, highlighting a paradox, or describing something that simply doesn't fit into neat linguistic boxes. Sometimes it's used poetically, sometimes rhetorically, and sometimes because humans love expressing complicated things with contradictory words. Looking at you, clearly confused.
Right?
At its heart, an oxymoron is truth wrapped in a contradiction.
Right. Like the headline of this episode says, contradictions that somehow make sense. I love it when that all ties together.
Almost like you planned it.
Right? So the word oxymoron comes from the Greek words.
Okay, when doesn't something come from Greek?
Oh, come on. Everything comes from
Everything
Greek.
comes from Greek.
Oxys, meaning sharp, and moros, meaning dull or foolish.
Morons or morals?
It's moros.
Morals, okay.
So the word oxymoron itself is an oxymoron.
Oh.
Did you know that?
I did not.
Which means ancient Greeks were already making jokes 2,000 years before the internet.
Right. All right. So the earliest uses appear in classical rhetoric and Greek literature, where contradictions were used to explore philosophical ideas. Over the centuries, oxymorons became a staple of medieval and Renaissance literature. So Shakespeare, apparently, he was a big fan.
Yeah.
Romeo calls love brawling love and cold fire, perfectly summarizing teenage romance.
Religious and mystical writing. Writers use contradictions like dark light or quiet thunder to express paradoxes.
Paradox. Modern English. By the 20th century, the oxymoron had become a standard literary device and a source of humor. Today, it shows up everywhere. Poetry, comedy, marketing, political speeches, and even on product labels. For example, the original copy.
That's funny. Oxymorons make us pause and go, wait, what?
What?
That tiny moment of mental whiplash is exactly why they're used in jokes in creative writing.
Ah, okay.
Some of our favorites are
Okay.
clearly confused, means someone's state of bewilderment is unmistakable and easy for others to see, evident through facial expressions, body language, and verbal hesitations. Kind of like me reading this. It's pretty easy to see when I am clearly confused.
Right? Pretty ugly. Oh, that's mean. It can mean moderately unattractive, with pretty used as an adverb to mean very or fairly. And a second definition is a playful semi-joke where the speaker starts with pretty and adds ugly as a punchline. Wah, wah.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily use pretty ugly to describe a person.
No. Like that's pretty ugly.
Yeah, like that situation.
Yeah.
It's pretty ugly.
I would never say you're pretty ugly.
Thanks, Rob.
You're pretty.
Ugly. How about passive aggressive?
The state of Minnesota?
Also known as family
Or
gatherings.
that too.
Referring to behavior where anger and resentment is expressed indirectly and emotionally rather than openly and assertively. It combines the contradictory concept of being passive, non-confrontational,
That's us.
or aggressive, hostile.
Not us.
That's not us.
No.
Into a single masked form of hostility, often through actions like procrastination, stubbornness, and sabotage, while maintaining a polite exterior.
Check, and check.
Yes. We're always polite when we're backstabbing somebody.
We are. Wait till they leave us, and then we...
And we're like, did you hear that?
I can't believe they did that.
They're not my friends.
No.
Oh, hi.
Hi. I love you. All right. Random order.
Yeah?
So it refers to a sequence or arrangement of items that has no discernible pattern or structure, where the position of each element is unpredictable and not predetermined by any system. It lacks a conscious or logical system for selection or placement, and the outcome is a result of chance.
Kind of like this podcast.
I like this podcast.
But no, I like a random order.
Yeah.
Because you want something to be random. And if you do it enough randomness, it's orderly in my book.
I like organization.
Yeah, you do.
I know. I struggle with random.
Okay, how about small crowds?
Okay.
Defines a group of people that is large enough to be considered a crowd, but simultaneously small in comparison to other crowds.
So kind of like Twins games.
To me, that's a large crowd.
No, there's like 10 people there.
No, there's
In the Vikings games, there's like 60,000. So
sports. Yay, sports.
Okay. Same difference.
Oh, I like this one.
Same diff. Means two things are essentially the same, even if there are minor insignificant differences. It's a phrase used to indicate that a distinction isn't important enough to matter.
Right. Same difference.
Same diff.
I always use same difference.
I use same diff.
Yeah, well, you like to shorten things.
Well, yes. Yes.
Like Rob, short name.
I call you Bry.
Bry.
Actually, I don't. I don't think I've ever called you Bry.
You've never.
I never have.
When I was in school, I used to be called Shy Guy Bry.
Shy guy Bry.
Yeah.
You were shy?
Apparently.
Really?
To some people.
Or just because it rhymed?
I think it rhymed.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
But we got a couple more here.
Okay.
Awfully good.
Oh,
Yeah. I like that.
I like that one.
I think I say awfully good a lot.
Do you say awfully good?
Awfully good. That's awfully good.
It's awfully good. Yeah, okay. I don't.
How about living dead?
Like zombies.
Zombie approved.
Yes, like that. What about bittersweet?
Bittersweet. I don't use that in a phrase ever, but
No.
like dark chocolate's bittersweet.
That, to me, bittersweet's more like a Hallmark movie phrase. Right?
It is.
It totally is.
And it makes you think of that Hallmark movie, and I don't like it anymore.
No, it's no any Hallmark movie. Jumbo shrimp.
Those are big shrimp.
Okay, first off, they're not big.
Yeah, well, if you compare to like smaller shrimp, the big shrimp are jumbo shrimp.
Well, okay.
Right?
They're just gross.
Just because you don't like them doesn't mean that they're not jumbo shrimp.
They're A, they're seafood, and B, you got to like de-poop them. They're gross.
That's deveining.
Whatever, it's the same thing.
You're not pulling their...
Yes, you are. Try and talk yourself out of that one. Yes, you are.
How about found missing?
Found missing.
You don't really want to talk about that one, do you?
I don't know what to say. You're found.
Yeah,
but you're missing.
You were missing. Cool. Just move on.
Crash landing.
Crash landing. You got to land somehow.
Got to land, right?
It might have been messy.
It wasn't eloquent.
But you landed.
You landed.
Hopefully you walked away.
Absolutely.
How about student teacher?
Yes.
I know our kids were student teachers,
right?
But it is kind of odd to think you're a student and a teacher. You can't be both. I guess you can kind of be both.
If you're learning how to teach, you're a student.
You're a
right?
student.
Yeah.
But it is a weird saying.
It is a weird saying. Yeah, there's got to be a better phrase. But,
Right.
yeah. Minor crisis.
A minor crisis. Just a little crisis.
You know what's funny though? I've said minor crisis. I've never said major crisis.
Never.
I said crisis.
It's just a crisis.
It's a crisis.
We're having a crisis
Having
here.
a crisis. Having a minor crisis.
Just a minor crisis.
Right. Minor crisis is usually like your 1-year-old's crying in the corner. You can't figure out why.
That's a major crisis.
At 2 a.m., it's a major crisis.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
At 2 p.m., it's minor.
So these are fun.
Yeah.
They really are descriptive.
Yeah.
Oh, mama say, oh.
Hey, Brian, I was just outside trying to enjoy the yard, and the mosquitoes are driving me nuts.
Oh, you got to call Spring Green for that, Rob.
Spring Green? I thought they just did my fertilizer and weed control.
Oh, they do that, and our lawn looks amazing because of it. But their mosquito control is a game changer. We can actually use our patio. You know how bad the state bird gets in Minnesota.
I'm pretty sure that's the loon, but point taken. So they do lawns and mosquitoes?
And total home pest control. My house is completely mouse-free. They even do liquid aerations and lawn insect control.
Wow, I'm only using them for half of what I could be.
You should fix that. Go to spring-green.com and get a personalized quote today.
That's spring-green.com.
And tell them Owen One More Thing sent you. So, Rob, tell me, why do people love oxymorons?
Well, Brian, people love using oxymorons because they create engagement by juxtapositioning contradictory terms. You did this on purpose.
I did.
They create engagement by juxtaposing. Oh my God. Juxtaposing contradictory terms.
Didn't you read this ahead of time?
I did, but oh my goodness. Okay. Juxtaposing contradictory terms to add emphasis, depth, and humor.
That's the humor right there.
You're such a jerk. they make language. This is what I get for not writing, by the way.
Right.
This is my penance. They make language more memorable and thought-provoking by highlighting the complexity and contradictions in life and human emotions, forcing the listener to pause and think more deeply about the message.
I was thinking.
This rhetorical device is used in literature, advertising, and everyday conversation for its ability to convey complex ideas in a concise and impactful way. Oxymorons help describe things that don't fit into easy categories because life itself is full of contradictions.
That's right. A moment can be sweet sorrow.
Person can be seriously funny, kind of like
They seriously can be funny.
Yeah.
A meeting can be mandatory fun, but rarely lives up to those words.
I've never been in a mandatory fun meeting in my life.
I have.
Oh, I have not.
It was a mandatory meeting and we're going to have fun. And like everybody was just like, what? This is dumb.
Yeah. That's not fun. That's dumb.
It's dumb. Mandatory dumb meeting.
Yeah. They capture complexity better than straightforward language sometimes can.
I think so. I think they're very useful.
Yes.
It makes, even if it just makes you feel better about how you phrased a situation, it maybe doesn't come off the way, but I like using them.
Oh, and they're so ingrained in our common culture now. We just
Our vernacular.
vernacular. That's what I was looking for. Vernacular.
Our vernacular.
Is that a juxtaposition? I didn't know what that was.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
But since you bring it up,
What is a juxtaposition?
another word that we want to talk about is juxtaposition.
What is that?
Juxtaposition is a literary, artistic, and rhetorical technique in which two or more elements, such as ideas, images, characters, settings, or concepts, are placed side by side in order to highlight their contrast, similarities, or the tension between them. Sometimes, like you and me, the tension between us.
There's no tension. What are you talking about?
No, not at all.
No.
The power of a juxtaposition lies not in the elements themselves, but in the relationship created by their proximity. Okay, so does that make sense to you?
Kind of.
By arranging these components closer together, an author or an artist encourages the audience to interpret them in a new or intensified way.
Okay, so I'm probably jumping ahead, but at some point I'm going to need some examples.
There are examples coming up.
Okay, good. All right.
So at its core, juxtaposition is a method of creating meaning through comparison. It can reveal unexpected connections, emphasize differences, deepen thematic resonance, or generate irony, humor, and emotional impact. I love a good juxtaposition. Oh my gosh, they're amazing.
All right, so examples. I need examples.
So this is an example highlighting contrast.
Okay.
A wealthy character dining in luxury next to a starving beggar on the street.
Oh, okay. Now I'm starting to get it.
So really polar
Yeah.
opposite
Gotcha.
situations.
Gotcha.
In that
Yep.
example, polar opposites, but they're positioned next to each other.
Okay, gotcha. So let me try one. So how about an example of similarities?
Sure.
A poem comparing the structure of a city to the growth pattern of a forest.
Okay. Because if a city's not a forest,
Right.
but they pop up trees, or
Right.
buildings pop up
Building-
like trees.
Like trees, right. Okay, I get it. I'm with you now. All right, I get it.
Gotta love a juxtaposition.
I love it. Okay.
An example of an ironic juxtaposition, a children's playground built in the shadow of a war memorial.
Oh, that's kind of depressing.
It is. The kids like it.
I suppose.
But look at that polar opposite.
Yeah,
that,
right.
The view
Yes.
that you get.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Juxtaposition encourage readers and or viewers to examine why these elements appear together and draw their own conclusions.
Okay. So while juxtaposition appears across many art forms and eras, its use can be traced through several historical traditions. So a classical antiquity, an early use of juxtaposition, the Greek and Romans used it as a related technique to place contrasting ideas together for persuasive effect. This idea influenced the development of juxtaposition in literature and speeches.
Again, Greeks and Romans.
Greeks, right? That's everything Greek.
They did everything.
Oh my gosh.
So medieval and Renaissance art. Artists often placed sacred and secular imagery side by side to communicate moral messages. For example, medieval manuscripts frequently juxtaposed heavenly scenes with earthly corruption to remind viewers of spiritual stakes.
Okay. So
So you're thinking about walking through a museum right now,
Right,
looking at all
right.
these paintings, and it's like, la!
Right.
I get it now.
Right.
Makes sense.
Makes a little more sense.
Sometimes you saw those paintings and you're like, I don't really understand what they're doing.
Right.
But it didn't connect. It's a juxtaposition.
Sure. Well, that still doesn't explain why art critics are still kind of douchey.
What if I was an art critic?
Are you?
No, I'm not.
Then you're fine. The only reason I bring it up, we just watched, what's that new Tim Allen show? Shifting Gears.
Yeah.
And he met up with one of his old high school buddies, and his partner owned a museum, an art gallery, and was the art critic, and he was just a douche.
Well, they like to portray douches.
And they totally do. Of course, at the end of the sitcom, half an hour, everybody loved each other and everything was fine. But
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
That's TV for
classic sitcom. Yeah.
Classic TV.
18th and 19th century literature. During Romanistic and Victorian literature, authors such as William Blake, Charles Dickens, and Emily Bronte, right?
I'm going to say yes.
Go with Emily Bronte.
Sure.
There's a little umlaut.
Because there's two dots over the E.
the E. Relied heavily on juxtaposition. Blake's Songs of Innocence and Experience pairs poems about purity with ones about corruption. Dickens frequently juxtaposed social classes to critique inequality. Another big word. Inequality. Bronte contrasts the wildness of the Moors with the structured, oppressive households in Wuthering Heights.
Wow, those are deep.
Those are all books I feel like I should have read at one point in my life.
You probably were supposed to in high school.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't.
Those are called Cliff Notes.
Modernist writers and filmmakers such as T.S. Eliot, James Joyce, and what is that? Sergei Einstein?
Yeah.
Good job.
Go with that.
Use juxtaposition as a central technique.
So can I just say, when you said T.S. Eliot, the first thing I thought of?
What?
E.T. Eliot. Don't ask me why. This is the first thing that popped in my head.
Because you're weird.
I'm weird.
Right. You're from the 80s. That's why you thought of it.
That is true.
Einstein's theory of montage is essentially the cinematic form of juxtaposition, placing contrasting images next to each other to produce new meanings. Today, juxtaposition is a defining feature in advertising, photography, graphic design, political satire, digital media, contemporary literature.
Pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah. So juxtaposition is the strategic placement of contrasting or related elements to illuminate meaning through comparison. So its long history spans classical rhetoric, medieval art, romantic and Victorian literature, and modern film, and remains essential in storytelling, design, and cultural expressions today. By inviting audiences to examine two elements in dialogue with one another, juxtaposition enhances emotional depth, sharpens themes, and expands interpretive possibilities.
Okay, so I get it. This is like really cool. I didn't realize all of this was or is happening with telling a compelling story.
Right. It's almost like we should have paid attention, like English class.
I know, right? I know I did not.
I totally did not.
We should have learned this stuff.
Right?
We use it all the time.
Okay, back up. We probably did learn this stuff.
I did not learn this stuff,
Or
and
it
we
was
use it all the time.
It was probably presented to us that we should have learned it.
And I was, sleeping with the drool coming out of my mouth.
Exactly.
Right. So, yeah, it's crazy how fun this is.
All right. So let's touch a little bit on paradox and irony.
Okay.
So a paradox is a statement, situation, or concept that appears to contradict itself, yet somehow expresses a deeper truth. It's the intellectual equivalent of a knot. The more you tug on it, the tighter the confusion becomes. But inside that confusion often lies meaning, insight, or a clever trick of logic.
So, okay, that makes me think about the movie. We talked about this a while ago, the movie Inception. Is that a paradox?
Well, I think it depends on if you're looking at the literal physics of the dream world or the philosophical structure of the story.
Okay.
So while the movie uses paradoxical imagery, the plot itself is generally considered more ambiguous rather than a true logical paradox.
Okay, but so they use the paradoxical imagery. That's where I'm getting that from then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well that helps
Makes
me.
sense. Ties
Sure.
it together. Yeah. Okay.
So paradox challenges the way we think, forcing us to question assumptions, definitions, and the limits of logic or language. Sometimes they're philosophical, sometimes mathematical, sometimes humorous, and sometimes a bit maddening, or at least forces us to rethink what we assume was true.
I mean, seriously, where was I in school?
I know, right? I did not. I learned this writing this content.
Right. Okay, so we're going to put like basically an entire semester of English into a half-hour podcast is what you're saying.
Right. And we're having fun while we're doing it. We're learning something.
All right, so a paradox occurs when, well, a couple of ways. If the two or more apparently true statements conflict,
Okay.
the outcome defies your expectations, or a situation is both possible and impossible at the same time, depending on how you interpret it.
Okay, so this podcast is kind of a paradox. The outcome defies our expectations. I'm kidding.
Yeah, so all that makes me think of the movie Total Recall.
Oh, I love Total Recall.
Right. I mean, I know we've talked about this countless times on here, but is it a dream or is it real?
Right. You don't know.
You
Even
have
in
no
the
idea.
end, you don't even know.
And even the director has said, you don't know. It's a paradox.
It's a paradox. That's a great analogy.
Oh, I love it.
How about the part where he goes on to Mars as that woman in his face starts to pull apart in blocks? It's great.
Here's a surprise.
Boom.
Blammo. Love it. Something in the same vein as oxymorons is paradox, which is a self-contradictory statement that may be true. Both oxymorons and paradoxes play with contradictory concepts, but an oxymoron is a figure of speech using two opposing words, while a paradox is a statement or situation that seems contradictory but can hold a deeper truth.
Okay, so that's the one statement I got to remember.
Yeah.
Is like how do they connect,
Right.
and they're different at the same time.
Right. So,
that's an oxymoron.
okay. So, quit calling me a moron. All right. So here's some examples. So the more choices you have, the harder it is to choose, even though more choices should make life easier.
Now, that's a paradox, right?
Yes.
Because I have that problem every time I go to a restaurant. You look at the menu, there's way too many choices, so I can't make a choice. I'm like dumbfounded on how to choose on all of these choices because I want to try them all. Mm-hmm. So I've gotten to the point where now all I do is I open the menu, I see one thing, that's what I'm going to have. I don't put myself through the stress.
Right. I also think that happens a lot when you have to buy things on Amazon.
Why?
You have to research a lot.
Well, no. You don't. I do.
I don't. I just go buy.
All right, another example. You need experience to get a job, but you need a job to get experience.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's everybody can relate to that one, right?
That's the life's
everybody
greatest
can
paradox.
Yes, it makes no sense.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You're turned away because you don't have experience. Well, how am I going to get that experience if I can't get a job?
If you can't get a job, right? Yeah, you got to start somewhere. You go to the store for one thing, you leave with 12. Oh, this is every day. You leave with 12 things and forget the one thing you went to the store for in the first place.
Well,
every time.
Where's your list? You have to have a list when you go.
Yeah, we have learned. It's taken us 15 years of shopping to realize if it's not on the list, we ain't getting it.
Yeah, it
has to be on the damn list.
And we use Alexa for our digital list.
Yeah, we have of course we have a Google thing.
Google.
Yeah, shocker.
Right.
Yeah, but it has to be on the list. And we've done that. Like, we've been in the car talking on the way there. Like we have our list. And we're like, oh yeah, remember, let's just grab this.
Got to add this one more thing.
Add one more thing. Don't get it. Never fails. Now we're at the point that like one of us will say it and the other one goes, put it on the list.
There you go. Yeah. Got another one.
Okay.
You're tired all day, but the moment you get into bed, your brain is suddenly like, hey, let's think about everything.
Oh my God, that's at least 2-3 days a week for me.
It's the worst.
Oh, it is the worst. Like
it actually happened to me the other night.
Yeah.
And I went to bed at 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. I did, however, look at my phone for a little while.
Okay, well.
When I put that down, I was awake for another hour and a half, flopping around. I should have just freaking got up and did something.
Yeah. I mean, we had the same conversation at coffee this last Tuesday. I mean, to me, it's kind of the opposite, but I was up at 4 a.m. and I stayed awake. Like I couldn't go back to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was just running in my head. Well, nothing. I mean, I had nothing pertinent going on in my life. I mean, it's nothing major, but just like I just was going from topic to topic.
But it just plays every single thing.
Yeah. And it's about fine by 5 o'clock. I'm like, screw it. Just got up and I was done. But
and you mowed the lawn. No, wait, you can't do that this time.
Not in the winter. All right. So lastly, we're going to touch on irony.
Oh, irony.
Oh, so ironic. Is that a Alanis Morissette song? Isn't it ironic?
Nice.
Don't you think? All right. So irony is when the reality of a situation is the opposite of what you'd expect, say, or intend. often in a way that's humorous, surprising, or pointed. It's the universe's way of winking at you and saying, didn't you see that coming? Huh? Right?
I did not see that coming. Irony adds depth, humor, emphasis, and criticism by creating a contrast between appearance and reality. It works because the audience recognizes that something doesn't line up. Someone's words don't match what they truly mean, or an event unfolds in a way that defies logic or normal expectations.
All right, so some examples. You step outside during a thunderstorm and say, what a beautiful weather we're having. You clearly didn't mean the weather is beautiful.
I don't know. I kind of like the
thunderstorm, so I don't know.
But true. I mean, if it's pouring rain, it's not necessarily beautiful,
Right.
quote unquote.
Yeah.
In some cases. A professional chef accidentally burns their own dinner at home.
Okay, well, who doesn't do that?
This guy, no, I'm not a professional chef, but I try very hard not to burn my dinner.
You just play one on TV.
I just play one on TV. I play a doctor on TV.
So irony makes language more vivid, storytelling more interesting, and humor sharper. It can emphasize a point, criticize an idea, or highlight the absurdity of a situation. Essentially, irony gives communication a second layer, one that invites the audience to think, interpret, or laugh.
That's amazing. I think that's enough for the school lessons for today.
That's a lot of work.
I think the English teachers are going to thank us,
Right?
for teaching people all of these words and situations.
That's right. They should take this podcast and make learning fun.
They should play this podcast in their class.
They totally should. That's our gift to you, teacher world.
Hey, we know two teachers.
We do.
We should have them play this podcast.
Neither one teaches English.
No, they don't.
Oh, well.
As always, please follow us on the socials at Oh and One More Thing Pod on Facebook and Instagram for highlights and news of our upcoming shows.
And if you have a show idea for us or just want to give us some feedback, shoot us an email at ohandonemorethingpod@gmail.com. We would absolutely love to hear from you.
Plus, we got merchandise, t-shirts and caps. If you're interested, just send us an email.
Merch. Oh, hey, and one more thing. In the end, whether you're laughing at an oxymoron, puzzled by a paradox, admiring a clever juxtaposition, or smirking at a bit of irony, remember this. Language is basically the universe's playground, where seriously funny things make perfect nonsense, expected surprises happen daily, and we all pretend to understand it while we absolutely do not. And if that isn't ironic or paradoxical or an oxymoronic juxtaposition, I give up, dude.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Damn it. I was so proud of myself. I just screwed that entire last bit.
You did really good.
And then I hit the wrong damn button.
We could have said that whole paragraph in that one moment at the beginning. The podcast is done.
All right?
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
I'm clearly confused on what we're trying to do here.
I have no idea.